Jake, Lisa, Ryan, and Kelly were film students who wanted to make a horror movie for their final project. They had rented an old mansion in the countryside, where they planned to shoot their scenes. They had brought their own cameras, lights, and props, and they were ready to have some fun. They arrived at the mansion on a Friday afternoon, and they were impressed by its size and style. It looked like a perfect setting for a horror movie. They explored the mansion, and found a lot of rooms and corridors that they could use. They also found a basement that was locked, but they decided to leave it alone. They set up their cameras and equipment in the living room, where they had a large TV and a laptop. They decided to use the TV as a monitor, so they could see what they were filming. They also decided to use the laptop as a backup, so they could store their footage. They started filming their first scene, which involved Jake and Lisa pretending to be a couple who had just arrived at the mansion. They acted out their lines, and then kissed on the couch. Ryan was behind the camera, and Kelly was holding a boom mic. "Cut," Ryan said. "That was great, guys. Let's check the footage." They went to the TV, and Ryan plugged in his camera. He played back the scene, and they watched themselves on the screen. "Wow, we look good," Lisa said. "Yeah, you do," Jake said, and kissed her again. Ryan smiled. He liked Lisa, but he knew she was with Jake. He tried to hide his feelings, and focused on his work. Kelly rolled her eyes. She didn't like Jake. She thought he was a jerk who was using Lisa. She wished Lisa would dump him, and give Ryan a chance. She also wished Ryan would notice her, but he seemed oblivious. They watched the scene until the end, and then Ryan paused it. "Okay, that's a wrap for today," he said. "Let's get some dinner." They agreed, and packed up their stuff. They left their cameras and equipment in the living room, and went to the kitchen to make some food. They didn't notice that someone else was watching them from the basement. Someone who had been hiding there since they arrived. Someone who had a mask on his face, and a knife in his hand. Someone who had hacked into their laptop, and had access to their cameras. Someone who was about to make his own horror movie. And he was going to use them as his stars. To be continued.